It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 10 of The Walking Dead. This is my episode predictions for Season 10, Episode 11. As always, we're going to take a look at the title and the synopsis, and I'm going to share some of my predictions based on that. And then I'm going to dive deep into what I think we're going to see in terms of plot points for this episode. So with that said, let's jump right into it. So Season 10, Episode 11 is going to be called Morningstar. Now, Morningstar actually refers to mace type of weapons, the same type of weapon that we see Daryl actually using during the hilltop battle in this episode. The synopsis reads, with the Whisperers coming for Hilltop, the communities must decide whether to run or fight. So there's really nothing to talk about there. We know that we're going to see a little bit of the hilltop battle in this episode. I don't think we'll see the entire thing, but we will see the start of it. But other than that, there isn't really too much else we can gather from the synopsis. Let's jump into some of the plot points that I think we're going to see in this episode. First, I think we're going to have the Whisperers preparing to attack Hilltop. We do know that they're going to gather their herd and they're going to approach the Hilltop. They're most likely going to send in their walker herd first, and then they're going to attack afterwards. But what we will most likely see is the Whisperers actually preparing for this attack. Beta, Alpha, and Negan will all probably have something to do with the planning of this attack. The next thing that I think we're going to see, which we already kind of do see already from the sneak peeks that they released, but I think we're going to have Negan trying to convince Alpha to have the survivors surrender instead of slaughtering them. I think that Negan is still very much in favor of helping the survivors, and I think he's just trying to find a way to smooth talk Alpha and to manipulate her in a way to get her to calm down and not slaughter everyone right off the bat. I do think that at the end of the day, Negan does care about the survivors and he wants to do something to help them, even though he may not show it at the moment. The next thing we're probably going to see is the survivors searching for Connie and Magne. Daryl is going to be at the center of that search party. I don't think we'll see a lot of answers in terms of whether Connie and Magne are alive in this episode. I don't think we'll get those answers. I think those will be left maybe for the end of the season, or maybe even in season 11 they'll reveal that, but I don't think we'll see too many reveals in terms of Connie and Magne's fate and whether they survive or not. But I do think that the survivors are going to search for them. And I think the thing that's going to send them back and delay this search party is the attack at Hilltop. I think that's going to be the reason why the survivors retreat and put a stop to searching for Connie and Magne in order to defend Hilltop. That's actually a great segue. The next thing I think we're going to see is the Hilltop actually defending the first wave of attack, which, like I said, is most likely going to be the herd being sent by the Whisperers to weaken the survivors in order for their attack, the Whisperers' attack, to be effective. And the last thing I think we're going to see is a possible cliffhanger at the very end of this episode with a big scene that's going to lead to the main battle. Like, I don't think that we're going to actually see a direct war or battle, between the survivors and the Whisperers in this episode. Yes, they're gonna send the herd, but I don't think we'll see a direct confrontation between the two parties. And I think at the end of this episode, that direct battle or that direct head-on collision between these two groups will happen. And I think the Whisperers are gonna attack and they're gonna try to burn down Hilltop, much like they did in the comics. Now, we did see this in the teasers and trailers that they released, so we know it's coming. Now, I don't think we'll see that in this episode, but I think we will see the start of that main battle in this episode. And I think that this episode may even end on a bigger cliffhanger where we have maybe a reveal to the survivors that Negan is on the other side. And maybe it'll be left up in the air in terms of what's Negan's intention and what's he gonna do. And I think that by the end of this episode, the survivors will most likely know that Negan is a Whisperer. And in terms of what his plan is and what he's gonna do, we're probably not gonna see that in this episode or even the next episode. But I do think that the closer we get to the ending of the Whisperer story arc, we're definitely gonna get that reveal. and they may or may not follow the comics. But at this point, everything is pointing to them actually following the comics in terms of Negan's role in the Whisperers arc. But with that said, I want to know everyone's thoughts and opinions. Let me know your predictions about this episode in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to join our community. One quick thing, even if you are a subscriber, you may want to check to make sure you're still subscribed, because for whatever reason, YouTube is automatically unsubscribing people, so you may want to check to make sure you're still subscribed. But with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.